with another video while it's closed. So let's just jump into the video. So, well, got some bad news for Supergirl. More bad news for Supergirl. It dropped 74%, which, like I told you last week, that it was going to drop 70 or 60. I said more than 65%, but it ended up dropping 70% once we got the actual numbers. Your boy Harsh Critics was right on the money. Thanks to my little educational background, and I know a lot of you guys that said you took probability and statistics, you had a hard time. I actually had an easy time with this class. I thought I was going to have a hard time, but once you break it down in steps, the class is easy. I know a lot of you guys said you took the class 2 and 3 times, but I enjoyed the class. It was a breeze for me. It was challenging because I thought it was going to be hard, but Supergirl did drop 74% if we're looking at the actual numbers. And the trades are being misleading because they don't want to compare it to Superman, because if you compare it to Superman, it's even worse. Supergirl actually dropped 80% from Superman's second box office weekends. Superman came in at 100 million when you counting the first Monday through Sunday. Supergirl only made 19 million, which is a 81% drop. But Supergirl's first Monday came in quite low. Supergirl made 5 million. Superman made 12 million. And it came up, just a 58% drop. And I believe from the Sunday to Monday drop, it was a 65%. So this movie was doomed the first week once we figured out that it did drop 74% the first Saturday, but we compared that to Superman Saturday. I pretty much knew this movie wasn't going to do no more than 160. That's the ceiling for Supergirl, if that. It won't get to 170. It's pretty much impossible at this point because Supergirl loses its premium screens, and they probably already lost them already. But this is just comparing it from what it did this week, comparing it to Superman. As you can see, the Tuesday, and look, when I talk about this, you guys, I'm talking about domestic and international. I didn't want to type up another column for international. So this is domestic and international. It just all combined in one. So on Supergirl's Tuesday, she made 7 million. Superman made 17 million, 56% drop. Wednesday, Supergirl made 4 million. Superman made 11 million. That was a 60% drop. Thursday, Supergirl made 4 million. Superman made 8 million, and that's a 51% drop. Then when you factor in Friday, which is their second Friday, Supergirl made $6 million domestically and international. So that's probably like 3 million a piece to Superman's 29 million. That's a 77% drop. Saturday, which is their second Saturday, Supergirl made 5 million. Superman made 40 million. And that's a 87% drop. Sunday, Supergirl made 6 million. Superman made 30 million. And that's a 70% drop. Based on the numbers, everything played out like I thought it would. Once we found out that Supergirl actually dropped 74% on its first Saturday, I pretty much knew these numbers was going to be the way they were. I knew the numbers was going to be higher. But this movie was pretty much a bomb. Pretty much a bomb. Like I said, Supergirl total second weekend 19 million to 100 million. That's 82% drop. The fans simply didn't check for this film. Knowing the shit that was going on behind the scenes, which I'll probably make another video, it deserved to fail, because that tells me James Gunn knew this movie was crap and he wanted his usual suckers to buy 6 and 7 tickets, which they likely did, but it still flopped. James Gunn is a con artist. He's in it for a check, and I believe he I don't think I think David Ellison is watching this, but I think James Gunn is just not going to renew his contract, because James Gunn can walk away from his contract. I don't see this universe going on any longer. And to all you guys think this is just one movie, it's not just one movie. And it's just not one project, because you have clowns like John Campion say, well, this is just the second film. If Lanterns do well, if Clayface do well, then that's other projects. Well, not so fast, because my argument to that is we did have Creature Commandos, we did have Blue Beetle, and we did have Peacemaker, and all those failed. So now you're 4 out of 1. You know, these shills, for they love with James Gunn, I get it. But then harsh critics can counter argue and come back with another, comeback and say, look, well, how can you count Lanterns as a project and not count Creature Commandos or Peacemaker 2? So therefore you're 4 and 1. You're 4 failures to 1 so-called success. The writing is on the wall. This universe is fucking toast. Wallet closed James Gunn's projects until Zack Snyder returns. But what do you guys think? I know y'all gonna like the new setup. Like I said, I got everything under construction, but I don't know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video. No Snyderverse, no money. Wallets closed. Peace.